Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 has finally started airing, but it's been a little over 2 years since Season 2 finished airing, 742 days ago to be exact, and sometimes niggas don't be feeling like rewatching 47 episodes in a movie, so I decided to combine my Gojo's past arc and Shibuya video into one so that y'all can get caught up with the series in a little over an hour. But before the video starts, I just want to announce that I will be dropping a Culling Games Part 1 video sometime between the end of March and the first week of April, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell because you're not going to want to miss that. And while you guys wait, I'm also doing reactions to every episode on my second channel.
I can't be doing that. Oh my god, I got a girlfriend. I can't be doing that no more. Oh my gosh.
Link to the channel will be pinned in the comments.
You better go check it out, nigga.
And besides that, I hope y'all enjoy. Off the rip, we got this dude walking. And if you ain't watched the movie, this is Geto, aka Human Frieza. Bro said monkey so many times, he giving Frieza a run for his money.
Filthy monkey who can't even use jujutsu. I don't want everyone to breathe in the monkey smell. There are money-collecting monkeys and curse-collecting monkeys. Nothing but monkeys. No matter what anyone tells you. I hate those monkeys.
And apparently, he might swing the other way too. Since what is bro doing? Why he glazing the bowl like that? Hot dog eating contest may have been cancelled, but run that shit back, Joey Chestnut. You got a new competitor. Am I watching JJK or Chainsaw Man? I swear to God, this is the same alleyway. Now we transition to the woman-powered duo, Mei Mei and Yuta. And apparently, they're gonna go investigate an abandoned mansion. Like, I get it. It's your job and all, but when do you ever see this go as planned? Never go to the haunted mansion, dog. Not only that, but they split up. The floors are creaking. You can hear the door close. And it's raining. This is bound to go wrong. Oh my god! Oh. They're in a looping mansion, oldest trick in the book. Legit saw this in Chainsaw Man a couple months back. So they're eventually like, yo, let's just go right and left, but really fast. And it worked. It's like, it's just Gojo having a cool ass entrance. The opening plays 11 minutes into the episode. This is supposed to be the halfway ad break, but I guess not. Opening was fire though. It's in the top 5 for this year, but number 5. Oshinoko and Hell's Paradise openings are still superior, in my opinion. Can we just talk about how happy Gojo and Geto are in this opening? I ain't ever seen Gojo this happy in my life. Geto really went from bestie material. They calling people monkeys, bruh. Who the fuck is this? They must be related to Nobara somehow. Ain't no way. I love the new direction of the season and how the characters are super expressive and have chibi-like design to express the derpy vibe. Like, look at how Gojo is a chibi and then he pops back up to being normal while Geto walks into the scene happy as shit, still in chibi form. Oh, by the way, the mansion was possessed by a cursed spirit and they let that motherfucker hit the cleanest dip. No traces left whatsoever. Gojo got the good old and now they playing basketball. I need y'all to peep how Gojo takes a shot and Geto hits it with the nastiest goaltend. The average basketball hoop is 10 feet. This motherfucker Geto goaltended it at 6'3". Forget being a sorcerer. This guy needs to be a starting guard in the NBA. Nah, but Geto shoots a 3 and it rims out. So you know what Gojo does? He rebounds the ball and takes an underhand half-court shot that rims up and switches down. This ain't no Kawhi game winner with the bullshit ass 3 bounces. It legit went up and switched. Geto gets thumb tight. He about to curse out Gojo harder than a nigga who just lost in Black Ops 2. Homegirl Shoko, a smart person, leaves the vicinity because he know these niggas about to scrap. But Yada comes in and intervenes, tells them to tee the fuck up and get back to work. Now they got a new mission where they're basically saying protect this girl at all costs. Niggas gotta protect Shorty from the bounty hunters. Just found a new Discord reaction image. Hold up. Alright, we get it. So Geto knocks on the door, thinking it's gonna be a nice, peaceful meeting with this woman. Luckily, he saves her. Gojo gets jumped, but he anti-jumps him with the power of word.
I'm better than you. My shape up better. My car faster. My drip better. My clothes fit better. My hoes better. My tattoos better. I'm stronger than you.
Oh, hell nah. Shorty is chilling, sleeping like a baby, while Geto is sipping on coffee. Mans is getting molested. Me personally, if I was talking that hot, I wouldn't let that slide. That's just me though. And bro's out here begging to be freed, talking about, I'll start a new leaf and put my cursed user ways behind me. Please, Geto, just let me live. Geto ain't ain't buying it, so homeboy tells him, it's alright, my master is gonna pack y'all up. And then Geto pulls up a flick of Gojo with the nigga's master on some this your king shit. Now we cut to Toji. Peep how my guy is living the dream retired man lifestyle by betting on boat races. I ain't gonna lie, he just like me though. Go big or go home. Man's lost all his money on sending people to wear Gojo down and lost his bet. I'd be tight as hell too. And then Toji's manager asks,
Megumi wa genki ka?
and this nigga responds with,
誰だっけ
we got a new member on the shit dad list. I've seen plenty of bad anime dads, but I've never seen a dad say, who's that? Nah, slapping Gojo is crazy. You lucky you don't fight women. So Rico starts bugging out and cuts on Geto, saying his bangs is dookie. So these niggas, they start violating her. They also got a maid, by the way. And Gojo changed his wallpaper to Inoue Wake. I wonder who that is. Yeah! Wait. She's married? Surely she's married to a very handsome man.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way. Me, not him. Boy, ain't no way. It's not fair.
I feel bad for Rico. She really has no parents and is destined to just live the rest of her life under Jujutsu High. All she has are school friends and her maid. Ain't nobody want to live a life like that, dog. And just like that, these niggas put her on a hit list for 250K. Damn! So Geto runs into someone and hold up, do my eyes mistaken me? Or is that the Ichiraku ramen guy from Naruto? Holy shit, he's going for the kill. Wait, this nigga Geto just put the ramen guy from Naruto in a genjutsu?
You get shot.
Yo, Geto, the man is like 70 years old. You did not have to violate him like that. Luckily, Gojo makes it before anything happens to Rico, but he walks in and goes full light skin mode. I ain't gonna lie, how can you beat that though? 6'3", OP as fuck, sunglasses, and the prettiest of eyes. If I was a girl, I'd be simping too. No homo. Bro, the teacher gave her number to this nigga. He's 16! That's a whole ass case. But damn, nigga, I wish this was me.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he on X Games and
What the fucking shit you done the mic for? Playing your fucking mouth, mate, to my girl, man. You sent me a message first, yeah? I live in Smelly Birmingham. If you want the fucking brawl, come down, Smelly, that's my Daddy G.
The maid low-key got it. Satoru Gojo or like Luke Skywalker. I did not know this nigga had the force. Gojo is so cold. Man's explained his whole ability, and while explaining, he let this guy escape and still packed him up while fucking up his special move. And the episode ends with the maid getting captured. But he's rescued her in like 0.5 seconds. So in order to let the bounty timer run out, these go on vacation. Nanami out here talking about how these guys are doing a very high profile mission. When in reality,
Why are you running? Why are you running?
when they were hanging out, Gojo had his infinity technique active the whole time, meaning that if someone were to try jumping Gojo in the gang, they literally wouldn't be able to hit them. Keep this in mind, this is very important for the fight. So the bounty runs out and Geto decides it's safe for them to return to Jujutsu High. Mission accomplished, we finally did it, and Gojo deactivates his technique. This nigga done caught the most nastiest timing. You think this guy's a professional Valorant lurker? Ain't no way he waited till the second Gojo let down his barrier to make his move. What's even crazier is that he purposely put a time limit on the bounty because he predicted Gojo would be using Infinity the whole time and would deactivate it as soon as the timer ran down. He wanted to wear Gojo down, which is crazy since this nigga Toji can't gamble responsibly but can completely predict a person's day just to pack him up. He's the definition of I'm not book smart, bro. I'm just street smart. And to make it worse, he did all this because he had beef with Gojo as a 6-year-old for being the first person to notice him. Grown ass man hitting on a young nigga for being gifted. Shit's crazy, dog. Toji really took that personal. Gojo somehow survived that backstab on some it was light type shit and lets Geto take Rico to Tengen since he'll defeat Toji. Gojo, stop the cap, bro. You are not a hero and you definitely didn't eat that stab. You are quite literally sweating. I ain't ever seen you sweat in my life, and this ain't the it's hot as fuck type of sweat. This the I'm shitting bricks, I'm about to die type of sweat. So Toji tanks that combo from Geto and Gojo Gojo on some timing, then straight up just starts stunting on Gojo, shadow stepping in the woods and shit. You think this is Naruto? Bro attacks Gojo, but Gojo repels him back. Peep how my mans is smiling the whole time. He is not worried. Gojo repelled Toji to an area surrounded by buildings, but the problem is, believe it or not, Toji has no cursed energy. He's on his off to sit, and since he has no cursed energy, Gojo can't use his eyes on him, so he decides to destroy all the houses. And you'd really think this is Naruto, since this nigga does a Rasengan, and everything's clear now. Nah, psych. And sadly, Gojo forgot the old phrase, fuck around and find out.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
Toji put Gojo in a mean ass pack. My goodness, bro did a whole Mortal Kombat finish him animation. Look at him, bro. That nigga is not breathing. He was not built for this. Meanwhile, Geto and Rico arrived underneath Jujutsu High just in time to complete the merging. Wait, Geto, what are you doing? No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He's 6'2", has a bunch of female simps, and a horrible father. But most important of all, he always keep that thing on him. He's that nigga Toji! Geto fights Toji in order to avenge Rico, and you'd think Geto would have the upper hand. I mean, he's just a guy with no cursed energy.
Great! Awesome! Oh my god, he on X Games mode. Amazing!
Toji gave Geto the Luffy treatment. I don't know how this nigga keeps getting away with this. Bro soloed the whole fucking squad.
You can't keep getting away with it!
So these guys hand in Rico's body. Finally got they bread. Life is good. Geto goes to take a nice walk and Gojo pulls up on Toji. He learned the reverse cursed energy technique, and from essentially resurrecting himself, he's become one with cursed energy and realized he's the greatest Jujutsu sorcerer to ever grace this earth, which results in him being high off the za. I'm dead ass. This nigga looks like he popped an addy, took a blunt with a zany, and he's off it. He quite literally is high off life. Shout out Future. Damn, bro is tweaking. I'ma have to finish him off quick. Hold up, something's off. Oh my god, I'm him. I've seen it all. The mysteries of this world. Shit, I even know what the One Piece is. What's she doing here? Get that weak ass shit off my face, bro. Rico, I'm sorry. I'm not even angry over you since I got other shorties on the waiting list. Thorfinn taught me to have no enemies. The world is so beautiful right now, and I'm starting to realize I'm that nigga. Yo, Toji, do you know what color you get when you mix blue and red? The fuck is this shit in art class? Purple, nigga. We got a new member to the donut hole gang. And rest in peace to Toji. You were a real one. Gojo really got one of the craziest get backs I've ever seen. Nigga basically died, came back to life, and packed up the guy who attempted to pack him up. Not only that, he boot-ganged his son. That's just crazy. Later that day, Geto and Gojo meet up for the funeral of Rico in front of the Star Religious group. And these just start clapping. Keep in mind, Geto quite literally had the worst day of his life. So Gojo's like, yo, are we packing these things up or nah? Geto's a real ass for saying nah. There's no point, since there's a Jujutsu sorcerers. As me personally, I would one job wick mode in that. I'm f***ing them up. Fast forward a year later, and everything's back to normal. Gojo's training, and look at this animation. It's so clean. It's better than the entirety of 7 Deadly Sins Season 3. However, while Gojo got his get back and ascended to a higher plane, Geto was left to suffer from his loss to Toji. The dynamic they had before was beginning to shatter. As Gojo was having the time of his life doing missions on his own, the pain of the life of a Jujutsu sorcerer began to affect Geto's mental state. This shower scene is the perfect depiction of a man questioning his life. All because of that damn clapping scene, dog. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to people clowning you at your lowest, SJK doesn't miss with that. Especially with Yuji getting laughed at by Mahito and Sukuna and raising that hard. That's the time that Geto should have been on at that funeral. But this shower scene gave me Tatakai vibes. I mean, look at those eyes though. My man's does not sleep, bro. You need melatonin or some shit. So Geto is out here just contemplating life. And this Habura kid pulls up all joyful and shit. And not gonna lie, by Geto's facial expression, you can clearly tell he's not in the mood to be talking to you, little bro. And this shorty over here pulls up and hold on. Give it to me!
me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! I'm trying to go.
She bad as hell. Yuki is a special grade sorcerer, but she just like me, cause she don't do shit. She's more Mickey Mouse and KD's rings. So they have a conversation, starting off with the iconic question, what's your type? And you know me, man. Light skins, Nathan Valerie girls that are always getting exposed for being Rastas.
How do you do that?
Oh my god.
Basically, how the combo goes is that Geto is having an internal conflict. He hates cursed spirits, and there's only two ways to get rid of them. A, killing all non-Jujutsu sorcerers, or B, teach all non-Jujutsu sorcerers how to control the cursed energy. Which one does Geto choose? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. And Yuki is catching on with the fact Geto can't decide who he wants to be. So she's like, alright, you can either choose the path of a hero or commit mass genocide. So fast forward, and sadly, Nanami is badly injured and Nobara got packed up. This makes Geto realize this Jujutsu life is just exploitative labor. You're constantly putting your life on the line for what? To protect people who don't even know you exist and end up dying while watching your comrades die as well? Fuck that shit. Now it's nighttime and Geto takes a mission in his hometown where he's already exorcised the cursed spirit, but these boomers are still thinking it's his children's fault. So Geto is forced with a fucking Telltale Games quick time event. Leave the children to keep being abused or say fuck it and murder the village. Surely, as a Jujutsu sorcerer, he'll just leave the kids alone and rather have everyone else live than prioritize the life of two children.
何をしてる？立てよ父さん。
The next day.
Gojo finds out that Geto killed his own village, including his parents, and he got sentenced to death. But apparently it's TK, cause bro did the race and is just chilling outside. This is how you can tell Choco is an L friend. And she's out here joking about Geto being a criminal, while Gojo has one of the best arguments I've ever seen.
Man, fuck you. I'll see you at work.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me cause I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick. Better yet, maybe Tanisha will call your dog ass if she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer she fucking with, nigga.
All jokes aside, this scene is amazing. The choreography as the camera zooms in every time a car passes by, the music, the dynamic between Gojo and Geto being fully utilized, and most importantly, Geto broke Gojo. Geto completely won this argument. For every rebuttal Gojo had, Geto would perfectly respond. He completely dissected Gojo's mental. My favorite parts have to be Geto explaining how if Gojo wanted to, he could easily kill every non-Jujutsu sorcerer. So why doesn't he? And most importantly of all, are you the strongest because you're Satoru Gojo, or does being the strongest make you Satoru Gojo? And when he realized it's best to kill Geto before he hurts more innocent people, he folded. What a beautiful scene, dog. It made me fall in love with Gojo's character. When I first began JJK, I wasn't too fond on having the sensei being the literal pinnacle of strength in the verse. But after seeing Gojo's mental struggle, I felt even though being the strongest physically, he still couldn't save his best friend. Just hurt so much, dog. Just because Gojo is omnipotent doesn't mean he's perfect. He still has many flaws and a very conflicting view on himself. Was he simply chosen to be the honored one, or is who the person he grew to be is the reason why he's the honored one? And the only ones he can save are people who want to be saved. And as we all know, Geto goes on to become some false Buddha, Rossus, a father figure, and died to the power of love. Hey, yo, word to my dad, with the power of love, you get packed up. You're using love to beat me? This is shonen, not a romance anime. Nobody asked, you Rossus, goofy eye looking monkey. Suck my dick to the power of love, boomer. And what were his last words to be exact?
No matter what anyone tells you, I hate those monkeys.
At least he went out standing his ground. This arc also made me appreciate Geto's characters so much, since at first I thought he was just some Rossus who hates monkeys, but the whole concept of calling non-Jujutsu sorcerers monkeys makes so much sense. Geto chose the path that let him be who he truly was. No, I'm not supporting genocide, but if you have to live your life putting on a persona of someone you're not, then what's the point in living it? You can clearly tell the difference in Geto's appearance as soon as he accepted the person he truly was. So fast forward, and we're finally back. I haven't seen Yuji, Megumi, and Nobara in 2 fucking years. And my god, they look so fucking good in this art style. So the episode starts off with Yuji, which is a surprise, because even though he's the main character, I swear, we barely be seeing him. So the gang is just doing normal high school shit, you know, besides killing people. So Yuji's trying to go to the movies, but the movie he puts on is so disturbing. That Nobara's like, nah, and leaves my boy Yuji. Mei Mei and Todo pull up on Yoshinobu in order to recommend Maki, Panda, Yuji, Megumi, and Nobara as first grade sorcerer candidates, and then proceed to play ping pong. I'm not gonna lie, Mei Mei was looking mad good this episode, but my Todo out here blabbling about how he and Yuji are the greatest duo since Kobe and Shaq. But unfortunately, Mei Mei shatters his hopes and dreams by saying he can't be assigned with Yuji since he's the one that recommended him. Now we cut back to Nobara sipping on some nice fresh boba, but she's approached by a tall imposter who's searching for Yuji. Now, would you believe me if I told you that this woman used to look like this? Probably not. I've seen tons of glow-ups in my lifetime, whether that be the fat friend who got bullied into losing weight, the ugly girl in school that turned into a fashion model, or even through means of using plastic. But I've never seen a woman go from fat and small to tall with a completely different hairstyle within less than a year. This is Yuko Ozawa. She's here to see Yuji, and yes, it's like that. So Nobara has Megumi pull up, because he's Yuji's wingman at this point, and he mentions how Yuji likes tall girls, giving Nobara and Yuko the green light to tell my man's Yuji to pull up. And when he pulls up, even though Yuko has completely changed appearance, he still realizes that it's her. We need more niggas like Yuji in this world. Sticking with a girl for her personality over looks. Bet y'all didn't even notice he's reading his own Shonen Jump magazine here. This sad music and backstory of his middle school days got me feeling down bad for bitches I've never even met before. But yeah, they go hang out, and since Yuji is a shonen MC, he's incapable of noticing when a girl likes him. They say their goodbyes, and knowing this is Jujutsu Kaisen, I wouldn't be surprised if the next time we see her, she gets packed up, since this was way too wholesome. Enough with that though. The trio is back to doing missions, but this time we're pulling up on Mechamaru, because it turns out he been ratting. And plot twist, he baited them to the wrong location, and instead he runs into Mahito and Geto. And as part of the deal, Mechamaru gets healed. But it's not that simple, since this is Jujutsu Kaisen, so they get to boxing right after. And shout out to Geto for respecting the one-on-one. Mechamaru just starts sending out these shadow clone mechs, and Mahito just easily bodies them, and Mechamaru escapes. Nah, psych. My boy Mechamaru just needed to change the fit real quick, because he pulls up fitted with the Evangelion inspired mech. Peep the Gojo glaze. Fuck you mean your victory condition is Gojo? We just spent a whole arc glazing this nigga. You've seen all the film you need, plus you got the power of love. If you don't tee up and pack this man up, Mahito really got Hall of Fame weave master, because I swear, he's always dodging these blasts. Just look at this guy. He's smiling while fighting. This guy is crazy, dodging all these big ass blast attacks and then just punches the mech like it's nothing. But put Mechamaru on phase, since he locked this bullet right on his arm.
What are you aiming at? Nigga! But my hope will never die.
And then hit him with the follow-up.
That's a lot of damage.
Geto's out here glazing. He was not familiar with Mechamaru's game, but the reason Mechamaru is performing so good isn't just because of the power of love. It's because he's using his lifespan and turning it into special grade level curse energy. Then he just starts spamming blasters at Mahito as if this were DBZ. Got this man running like it's a Sonic level.
Here we go! Woo! So you wanna see some real speed, bitch? I'll show you some real speed. Let's go! Uh-oh!
But unfortunately, Mahito gets in close range, cuts Mechamaru's arm off, but Mechamaru just proceeds to punch him and sends him right back to the forest, pulls out the drill as if he were Simon the motherfucking digger, and goes in for the kill. But Mahito whips out the domain expansion. I swear, these domains are too broken. It's like Yugi pulling out his trap card. It's a guaranteed victory. And this is it for Mechamaru, except the fact that he studied Toji's technique and hit Mahito with the backstab using a drill. Y'all starting to see the Gurren Lagann inspiration? He was able to do this since he activated a simple domain, which is basically the counter to domain expansions. Mahito is seemingly dead from this as he disperses and his domain expansion disappears, which results in Mechamaru feeling like he's a god. Hell yeah, I just packed that ugly ass nigga up, and I got more supply left than I expected. Gojo who? Nigga, I'm him. Now all that's left to do is to finish off this old Ross's ass Buddha. I can pull it off. I can finally live again. I can see her. This is it. This is my time. Mahito reverse surprise attack Mechamaru as if he were Time Milf from Gurren Lagann, stabbing Kamina. The Gurren Lagann influence this episode is crazy. Got me reminiscing about one of my favorite animes. But Mechamaru isn't gonna die that easily. He's fighting with the power of love. And Mappa went stupid with the animation. They might be overworking their workers to shit, but if it's one thing I can always rely on Mappa to not disappoint on, it's gotta be fight choreography.
Ready? Go!
Fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy.
Get ready to rumble! Fight.
Never back down, never what? Never back down, never what?
Never back down, never what?
But unfortunately for him, unlike Simon, he's not the main character. So when the screen cuts to nothing, instead of instantly showing his victory, it cuts to flashbacks. And just like that, I knew damn well he just got packed up. Main villains and rivals have to be the most unkillable characters. And for the sake of the plot, they can't die or be defeated unless it's by the main character himself or by an even stronger villain. And unfortunately, Mechamaru just had to fight Mahito, resulting in his own demise.
1 week later.
And now that it's finally October 31st, the main event is about to begin. And we get to see all the separate teams. Nobara and Maki on the same team, man. I know they about to go crazy. But Gojo easily had the best entrance. He walked in and the screen cut to its fucking arrival time. And Mans is just plotting like he Batman. But we cut back to Yuji's team. And apparently Mei Mei has a little brother and they on that Alabama shit. Ain't nobody trying to see that, dog. Fast forward and Yuji encounters Cell's long lost brother and these niggas instantly square up before they fight. So you know how in Jujutsu Kaisen everybody has like unique abilities? Gojo has Limitless, Yuta has Rika, Megumi has 10 shadows. You'd imagine that since Yuji is the main character, with Sukuna sealed inside of him, he'd have the most OP ability. But Yuji really got the curse technique left, right, good night. Man's really put Cell from Wish to sleep and then put him in a prayer. But cut back to Gojo and the disaster curses are just waiting for him. Can we just take a moment to acknowledge how nobody in JJK respects the one-on-one? I swear, I can think of countless jumpings that have occurred and we only on the second season. Gojo's at a disadvantage since they're surrounded by civilians, meaning he can't go all out. So Jogo, Hanami, and Choso just start murking the people for no reason. Choso really tried to headshot Gojo. You're not that guy, pal. Gojo's not about to take this level of disrespect, so he takes the blindfold off and gets serious. Gojo is so cold, bro. Since there's civilians around, he deactivated his curse technique and just started throwing straight hands. He was looking like Yuji. These hands ready to eat for everyone. Sent Hanami flying like it's nothing and just yeeted Jogo. Had me thinking this Team Rocket. He blasted off again. This nigga Choso really tried to sneak attack Gojo again. You not that guy, bro. Then Hanami and Jogo proceed to strike back using domain amplification to counter Infinity. But nah, this nigga Gojo goes full on Pharaoh mode and takes the one-on-one with Hanami by just using pure aura. He's really him, bro. Oh my goodness. Man's really Hakkai'd Hanami by amplifying his Infinity. Jogo's shitting bricks now. He's having flashbacks to what Gojo did to him in season 1. So in usual Jogo fashion, he starts running in order to stall. And is this really the third time Choso? Bro, just give up. But unfortunately, Mahito arrives on the subway and I haven't seen Gojo this shocked since he last fought Toji. Mahito pulls up and starts striking fear in the people like usual and even tries to land a hit on Gojo. So with all the innocent people being killed, how exactly does Gojo respond?
Fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some. I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Are you recording?
Barely made it. This man pops a domain expansion for 0.2 seconds. He killed all of Mahito's curses. I don't give a fuck. Gojo is him. That's why he's the GOAT. throat. Yet they couldn't let my mans have his moment of victory, since as soon as he disables his domain, this box appears. But that doesn't really matter since there's still enough time to dodge it. But nah, Geto just spawns in out of nowhere. My glorious king, I honestly swing the other way, since no way this guy is capable of pulling all the biddies in the world. But as soon as he sees Geto's face, he freezes for a second, even smiled, and that's when I knew it was GG's, since as soon as he let his guard down, he was captured.
12 seconds later.
Hey, what's up? Can a low come up in your crib?
Man, fuck you, man. My kids up in there. I don't want your ass up in my house, nigga.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because your kids love me more than they love you.
They really didn't have to do my mans like that. And to make it even worse, surprise, this guy isn't Geto. It's some brain thingy. Honestly, I shouldn't be that surprised since they got that big ass mark on their head. Plus, I don't recall them ever saying monkey. And yes, I address this brain thingy as a them. I don't know its pronouns or origin. Plus, it's 2023. Times is tough. I ain't trying to get canceled. The way Gojo discovered this person wasn't Geto is quite tragic though. My eyes is telling me you're Shiguru Geto, but my soul is telling me otherwise. Damn, this is how I felt when she left me. Brainy keeping it real though. They had to seal Gojo simply cause he's too strong. And Gojo responds by bringing up the drippiest and cleanest nigga at Jujutsu High, Yuta Okutsu. And fuck you mean you don't see much appeal in him? They lucky I'm not in this show, cause I would have swung at this Geto fraud for disrespecting the main character. I mean Yuta like that. Cause Yuji Itadori is somehow still the main character of the series. I mean, as all this shit is going on, this guy just chilling in the subway with the incest siblings. Like, come on bro, I need you at the main scene. You're the star player. Do something. However, right before Brainiac is about to put the final touches on the seal, Gojo has some last words to say. Damn, nigga, did you ever learn how to stop yapping? Come on, Geto, wake your bitch ass up.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Damn, this nigga gas shit. Gojo has enough of Geto fraud yapping, so he just takes it like a man and gets sealed. Hold up, this is Gojo. Y'all thought he was finished? Man's will is so strong that the seal literally plummets to the ground. He literally had the box shedding tears. And just look at how calm and collected he is in the prison realm. But with Gojo being sealed, I guess I can say Yuji is officially the main character again. Guys, the strongest has just been sealed. We are fucked. I repeat, we are fucked and we'll probably all die. So it turns out the disaster curses can't do anything due to Gojo holding down the fort. And so with Yuji teaming up with Nanami squad, the Gojo retrieval arc begins. And these niggas ain't playing, as they instantly run up on these guys. My goodness, at the top of the high rise at midnight, they damn near did a GTA heist. The reason they hit in this flick right now is to destroy the 3 veils covering Shibuya. One to block out Gojo, one for Jujutsu sorcerers, and one for the innocent citizens. But in order to succeed, they need to destroy these screws. So Yuji and Megumi team up on Gramps while Ino takes on the 2v1 with Granny and her grandson, and he was putting in the work. But you might be wondering, who are these 3 randos? Well, once upon a time, these 3 randos used to run these streets, but it all changed when Satoru Gojo was born. Apparently, Gojo was so strong as a little kid that he forced these guys into retirement. Now, me personally, being put into retirement by an elementary schooler is insane, and I would never let that slide. And now that Gojo has been sealed, they've returned to a life of crime. You know how it goes though. Jujutsu Kaisen fight and another jumping.
Oh my god, he on X.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Yuji and Megumi were putting on a master class, but sadly for Ino, Granny had some knockoff reanimation jutsu and brought back Toji, and then Ino just got eviscerated. But this is Toji. He ain't listening to nobody. So Granny, you can impact too. He's 6 feet, still a deadbeat father, and has once defeated Gojo. He's that nigga Toji. Now let me introduce you to this little fucker right here. The Blonde Menace. This is Haruta, and he's casually been murking Jujutsu sorcerers one by one just for the fun of it, and he eventually bumps into Nobara. And you know Nobara is everyone's favorite slay queen, so she wants all the smoke. But this guy's agile as fuck, and it's weaving every swing. This is not a good look, gang. And you let him hit the dipskis on you? Hey, kick the fuck out your girl. You got bro thinking he's the honored one. I promise you, he's not like that. Man's punched Nobara so hard that it replayed 3 different times and paralyzed her. And then Haruta starts violating Nita, but Nobara gets up and tries doing some damage, but she can't hit her shots. But hey, Alexa,
hi,
play Daddy's Home by Usher since Nanami has arrived.
Okay.
Daddy's home.
A few moments later.
You forgot something, you little shit. Who the fuck is this guy? How could you forget the rule? Hey, yo, mom. Holy shit, I'm about to die.
Help me!
A man never hits a woman, but they're all for the streets. Yeah. Ain't no respect ones here, bitch. And fuck you, bitch. I hope you understand that all women are queens in your next life. Hey, yo, what you mean by that? Fake Geto, clone Geto, Brainiac, I'ma just call him Pseudo Geto for now, encounters the incest siblings, and initially Mei Mei considers him a fake, but then bro just spawns in a special grade curse, and the curse activates domain expansion off rip and puts Mei Mei in a coffin, but she easily breaks out, and lil bro is glazing like usual. She goes for another attack, gets trapped again, but this time she figures out how the domain functions. Step 1, put her in a coffin. Step 2, use the boulder to put her underground. Step 3, as soon as she's underground, a 3-second countdown begins, and if she can't escape before it's over, she dies. Mei Mei can only take 2 more hits unless she'll get extremely nerfed. So what a better way to put the odds in your favor than by using your little brother that's in love with you as living bait. No, seriously, Mei Mei asks Ui if he's willing to die for her, and he's like, yes, anything for you, Nei-sama. And this dynamic is so weird, bro. Like, lock him up, please. Obviously, Uyu becomes bait for his sister, which allows her to land a critical hit on the special grade since she's using her brother as her personal simple domain. And the curse try to get its lick back, but Mei Mei's crow uses Brave Bird and just one-shots it. This is Mei Mei's special move, Kamikaze Bird Strike, and apparently no human can stop it, but we all know that's cap. And so the incest twins exit the domain and challenge Pseudo Geto.
さあみんな、本丸だよ。
Cut back to Yuji and Megumi breaking the seal after beating the brakes out of Gramps, and Yuji decides to split with Megumi so he can go rescue Gojo. And you know, he ain't looking too good. As Yuji approaches the station, Shibuya is in crisis, but have no fear since Unumaki is here. As he lets Yuji know he'll protect the people, Yuji goes straight to the station. Man's moving like he's Spider-Man, and he's out here hopping the subway. That's a federal crime. I don't see no Metro card. As our glorious king Yuji Itadori descends from the sky, he locks eye contact with Choso. Now, why is Choso ready to box off Rip? Well, it's due to Yuji and Nobara killing his brothers at the end of season 1, and he gotta get his leg back, so it's on site. Choso uses his blood technique to send a blast faster than the speed of sound at Yuji, but Yuji just eats it, then blitzes towards Choso in order to close the gap. Lands a hit, but it wasn't very effective. And that hand of his, it ain't looking too good. Answer this question properly and I might let you live. What type of woman is your type? I like my women Asian and melanated. What about white women? They're mid. What did you say? Choso gets tight at Yuji and starts charging his move, but see, Yuji is smart, so he closes in before Choso can get the move off, taking inspiration from Eren Yeager. But Choso can also box. He hit Yuji with the 1-2 Heshi, goodbye, and furthers the gap between them. But now Yuji's in a predicament. He doesn't know what direction Choso is shooting his attack from, so he jumps in the air and leaves it up to pure reaction. However, as he's about to close the gap, Choso hits Yuji with a sneak attack and stabs both his feet, but Yuji breaks out using pure force. And after seeing this face, Yuji does what any sane man would do: take cover.
Lamb, you getting cooked right now?
Nah, I'm getting cooked.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Go in the bathroom and break everything. That way you can activate your domain expansion.
But I don't have a domain expansion.
Yeah, I know, but we don't improvise. Just let me cook, bro.
I'm gonna let you cook.
Bye, have a great time.
Why does this kid keep running?
Hey, yo, Choso, fuck your brothers, fuck your mom, and if you got a girl, she a bitch too. Pull up or you sorry.
Hey, me personally? And just like that, Mechamaru had successfully lured Choso into Yuji's domain expansion, the boxing ring. But seriously, now that there's water, Choso can't use his technique as freely and is forced into coagulating himself in blood, which poses the risk of him having spontaneous thrombosis. And just like that, my friends, I introduce you to Yuji versus Choso. No chit chat, minimal dialogue, just straight boxing in a bathroom.
Get ready! I'm coming for your booty, kid.
Nani?
You wanna see some real speed?
Oh my god. Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
Never back down, never what? No, never back down, never what?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Finish it.
Just as Choso is about to land the finishing touches, he sees the pain and agony that Yuji is in, which makes him recall to a very traumatic life experience.
It's finally time to winch at my sword, sword my diamond.
Turns out it was all a dream, and this results in Choso letting Yuji see another day. Geto's daughters feed Yuji one of Sukuna's fingers. My mans did not consent to this. And then out of nowhere, Jogo pulls up, blicks away Mimiko and Naniko, then proceeds to just casually pull out 10 of Sukuna's fingers and force feeds Yuji. My mans did not consent to any of this. I can't help but feel bad. Turns out Geto's daughters aren't dead, and Jogo tries to attack them once more, and then notices his arm is missing. And wallahi, Sukuna is back, and he wants all the smoke. Just him dusting his clothes off and walking alone got everyone in the vicinity trembling in fear. Man tells everyone to bow and then throws a slash. He literally cut off Jogo's head top. Look at his face. He's in disbelief. Dear Sukuna-sama, please take out that Geto fraud, and in return, I'll give you more fingers. Boring. What you gonna do? Cry? You're canceled, bitch! Man, does he really think I care about some weak ass Twitter cancellation? What's your goofy ass want? I gonna hold you. I'm just trying to box. That's the shit I'm trying to hear. Let's fucking box. Before we can get to the fight, you might be wondering, how the fuck did Jogo get here in the first place? Well, not too long ago, Nanami, Maki, and Nobara encountered Dagon, another member of the Disaster Curses. These niggas get to jumping since it's Jujutsu Kaisen, but it wasn't very effective, since Dagon puts them in a domain expansion. But have no fear, since Megumi is here. And you know how you can't go anywhere without seeing a nah, I'd win meme? Nah, when faced with danger, we run. Toji quite literally just entered the lobby and proceeds to take Maki's nunchucks. Unk is in disbelief on this display of thuggery he is witnessing. Sadly, Toji isn't really here right now. His body's just mindlessly fighting the person that seems strongest in the vicinity, as he kinda killed the person who was in control of the technique. But that ain't stopped the fact that he took on one of the Disaster Curses by himself in their own domain.
Here we go!
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
You're over!
I don't know, you better stop!
Finish him.
Like, he really just beat him to a pulp. No curse energy needed. Hates the one with Megumi, and then Jogo comes out of hiding. Yeah, he really was hiding behind that wall. He did not want any smoke with Toji. Jogo flawlessly gets a nice little 3-piece, sends Sukuna, and now we're here. If Jogo lands just one hit on Sukuna, he'll join Team Pseudo Geto. And how did that go exactly?
A few moments later.
Off the rip, Sukuna is applying pressure and has Jogo on defense. Jogo tries to hit him with a solar flare, and Sukuna chops his arms off. They're out here just soaring at high speed at night in Shibuya. Got me feeling like it's Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure. Out of nowhere, it turns into a COD match. Jogo starts spam firing, so Sukuna takes cover in a building for a quick sec, then charges at Jogo. I mean, just look at this. He caught the punch. Jogo is quite literally fuming right now. He's getting bitched. Sukuna uses some quick maneuvers, chops off Jogo's limbs for like the 3rd time. Then Jogo counters by firing a red Kamehameha blast. Sukuna casually dodges it, and WWE throws him to Narnia. Speed blitzes back to him and sends him straight to the underground to go see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hit Jogo so hard that he's recalling talking to Pseudo Geto about the power gap between him and Sukuna. Blood was not built for this, but since he's Jogo, he gets back up, and now Shibuya is starting to look like Crisis City. Sukuna is still not even remotely phased, as he continues to effortlessly dodge everything Jogo sends at him. Jogo literally grabs 2 buildings and slams them onto Sukuna, but Sukuna slashes the buildings, and what happens to Jogo next? I couldn't help but feel bad for him.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Sukuna beat up Jogo so bad, his jaw was literally dangling. He even picks him up and tells him to try harder. This is next level disrespect. And while all this was going on, Panda and Kusakabe had gotten in some conflict with Geto's goons. I don't remember their names, but the pink-haired girl is low-key bad. Jogo literally creates a flaming meteor and is ready to throw that shit like a fastball.
Let's go!
Sukuna is built different, since even though he was the last to dodge, he still comes out unscathed, and he critiques Jogo for not going all out, and basically calls him a pussy for having PTSD over getting bitched by Gojo. Jogo really only has 2 major fights in the series, and they're against the Messi and Ronaldo of the verse. That's tough, but what's also tough is how Sukuna opens his flame ability and tells Jogo to his face he's gonna beat him at his own game. Fire versus fire, and the screen was cut to white. Stand proud. You are strong. Man, what the fuck is this? Wait, Jogo, stop, bro, stop! Is what should have happened, but as everyone knows by now, Sukuna praises Jogo, and that's it for his character, as his body burns to death after being victim to the Sukuna humiliation ritual.
Meanwhile,
wow, what a better way to bond with your son than trying to kill him. Can't help but feel bad for Megumi. He is completely outclassed. Mans can't even track Toji's speed, and he even tried to box him one-on-one and lost to 1 arm. Hold up, why does Bunny low-key got moves? Stand proud, Toji, you're strong. So Megumi sends more bunnies at Toji, and Toji effortlessly deals with them using only 1 finger. Got his ass a whole multi-kill. Toji punches Megumi out the building and is on straight offense. All he got is murder on his mind. Megumi running for his life like it's a damn near Minecraft manhunt. Grabs onto his bird and hold up, let him cook. Megumi knows water conducts electricity, so he sends his bird directly at Toji, then baits him into the alleyway and lures Toji into close range so he can land a fatal blow. But Toji steps back before before Megumi can land the hit, and he begins to remember his convo with Naobito about selling Megumi to the Zenin clan, and most importantly,
めぐみをお願いね。
what's your type of woman? I like them Asian. So you're not a milkman, eh? I'm glad.
Is this nigga serious?
Haruta's bum ass gotta ruin everything, man. Cut back to Sukuna after taking out Jogo, and he's so happy to see Urame. He might be Sukuna's #1 glazer though. Calling him Sama off rip is crazy. Sukuna notices something is off though, so he tells Urame to make the preparations and he'll see him next time. Turns out Megumi was able to create a gap between him and Haruta. He has one last trick up his sleeve, and yes, we've seen him do this hand gesture many times before. This is the hand gesture Megumi does in order to summon his strongest Shikigami, Mahoraga, and according to Gojo, no one has ever tamed him. So yes, Megumi is basically throwing his life away to kill this bum ass nigga Haruta. And every other time he did this pose, he was willing to kill himself. He almost killed himself against Todo, bro. So he summons Mahoraga, and that's the end of Megumi's story. But luckily, Sukuna is gay for him, so he uses RCT on Megumi so he can live on, and says fine, I'll do it myself, and challenges Mahoraga to a fight.
Round 1. Fight!
Mahoraga takes the first move, but Sukuna dodges and uses his mantle. Mahoraga quickly recovers and they parry, and Sukuna casually walks out with soda and popcorn. Blood is not impressed. Mahoraga ain't about to take this level of disrespect, so he slams him through the building like how Broly did Goku, and just like that, Sukuna is excited.
Fucking shot, you done them off.
Mahoraga somehow reattaches his head, which piques Sukuna's interest. Round 2 starts off with Sukuna and Mahoraga crashing through buildings with no care for their surroundings. People literally die in the back from the impact of their attacks. Sukuna does a direct dismantle at Mahoraga's core. He noticed something's off, and Mahoraga gets back up instantly and tries to slash Sukuna's head off. But Sukuna just spawns a mouth on his neck. My man's is one freaky ass frog. Mahoraga's reel spins again, and now shit gets serious. Sukuna is applying pressure on offense, and Mahoraga is on the defensive. Sukuna grabs onto the crane and swings into Mahoraga and kicks it down. While this is happening, there's so much chaos going on that the amount of innocent people dying continues to rise. But these guys could care less. Sukuna jumps into the air, dismantles a train, Mahoraga proceeds to grab their own train, and Sukuna is shook. I've never seen him with a facial expression like this before. He gets sent flying into a building, and Sukuna is ecstatic because Mahoraga can see his technique, and he ups the output of his cleave to cut off Mahoraga's arm. But Mahoraga comes out unscathed, and it just becomes a battle of who can cause the most destruction. Mahoraga's out here picking up buildings and doing the Jogo spins. Sukuna is firing cleaves at buildings and bowing at all the destruction. That's why he's the MVP of this arc, by the way. And there's a burning plane just falling from the sky that explodes, and Mahoraga just happens to be in it. Gets sent flying into a pool from the recoil of the explosion, but easily bounces back. And Vincent Chansard went crazy with this cut of Sukuna spamming dismantle here. My goodness, the whole city is in shambles, and Sukuna finally sees Mahoraga's wheel turn and recognizes its ability, the ability to adapt to anything. He even calls back to Megumi almost summoning Mahoraga in season 1 and states that he would have lost if Megumi summoned it back then. And to finally end this godlike battle, Sukuna brings out his trump card.
On October 31st in Shibuya, at approximately 11 p.m., Sukuna unleashed his domain expansion. It was a horrible yet beautiful sight. As he continued to rain a barrage of cleaves and dismantles, thousands of people were caught in the crossfire and ceased to exist. Except Megumi Fushiguro, Sukuna's beloved. The only true way to defeat Mahoraga is to bury it with the first use of an attack before it can adapt. So as Mahoraga was close to finishing its regeneration, Sukuna unleashed his flame arrow, and it was an absolute catastrophe.
Perfect KO.
He drops off his beloved Megumi with Principal Yagi and Shoko, and his time is up just like that. This transition of Sukuna's smile to Yuji's sad expression is damn near perfect. All of Yuji's memories come back at once as he takes in the damage Sukuna has caused. He can't do anything but just break down. What a beautiful scene. Surely Mappa doesn't ruin it.
You are my special.
But even though he views himself as a murderer, he must keep pushing forward. Just like his sensei Nanami, Jogo really did him dirty and burnt half his body off. He's so burnt out, he starts calling back to what he'd want to do in retirement: visit Malaysia. At the same time, he has to keep fighting in order to make sure his students are safe. So we get a beautiful illusion of Nanami fighting, and each action reflecting his mind at a state of peace, while Yuji is on his way to the station. But when he arrives, he's greeted to a terrifying sight. Turns out Mahito sent the transfigured humans towards Nanami and was watching the whole time. Yuji can't believe what he's seeing as Nanami reflects about his life as a whole. He thinks about Haibara, the man who's the reason Nanami cares so much about his students' safety. Haibara points towards Yuji, and Nanami realizes he can die happily as he says,
あとは頼みます
History had just repeated itself. Yuji failed to save another person, and worst of all, it was to the same guy. And as he shouts in anger, Mahito just mocks him. Yuji's mental state is slowly beginning to crumble yet again. Yuji's determined to get his get back, so he charges instantly towards Mahito, yet hesitates for a second when he hears the transfigured human speak. Then Mahito uses soul multiplicity and sends an earthworm at Yuji, spawns in its mouth, and sends Yuji flying. But it's all good, because he got a scar now. The fight comes to a halt for a bit as Yuji asks Mahito why he continues to mock people, and Mahito's response is to replicate himself, killing Junpei and telling Yuji, "You are me," and Yuji can't beat him until he accepts that. Yuji is tired of Mahito's yapping as they prepare to throw hands again.
Round one, fight!
After that exchange, they both walk out and look at Yuki's face. The only thing on his mind right now is killing Mahito. Round 2 starts off with Mahito just spraying explosive bullets, and one of them happens to hit the elevator button. Then he starts using Gear 3 and tries to stomp out Yuji like he a Goomba. The elevator door opens. Yuji yeets this machine at Mahito as a distraction and hits the dipskis in the elevator. But Mahito ain't gonna let him get away that easily. He sends a gigantic fist towards Yuji, but Yuji counters by using Diversion Fist. The impact is so strong that the elevator ropes snap and the elevator starts falling down at full speed. Mahito then proceeds to just drop down and tries to kiss Yuji, but Yuji don't swing that way. He swings back at Mahito and hits him with the 1-2 hezi and jumps before Mahito can attack back. Mahito uses his earthworm again as his own elevator, sends an attack towards Yuji, which he dodges, followed by a big ass hand. Yuji breaks through it and Mahito does what he does best, run away. Oh wow, just two innocent humans chilling in Shibuya Station when a war is going on. What can possibly go wrong?
Hey bro, watch your jet, bro, watch your jet!
Flashback.
Earlier, Mahito and Jogo set a challenge for who could find Yuji first, and along the way, they encountered some humans that Mahito added to his arsenal. He then proceeds to do a shadow clone jutsu so he can find Yuji faster.
End of flashback.
While all this is going on, my glorious Slate Queen Nobara embarks towards Shibuya Station and encounters Mahito's clone on her way there, calls Mahito a pussy, and claims he will win. Guys, I don't feel so good about this. Nobara aims her nails at the billboard, they fall, and Nobara applies another set of nails while kicking the board and lands a headshot on Mahito. It's not very effective though, and Mahito hits her with the baka, but Nobara got an ace up their sleeve. She starts charging in and uses spikes by throwing pins on the ground and activates them, catching Mahito completely off guard, and uses resonance, a move that has the power to damage souls. That's why she's the fucking GOAT. This move ends up affecting the real Mahito, which leaves him paralyzed for a bit, and Yuji takes full advantage of this opportunity.
Ready, go!
Nobara really gave Yuji the greatest lob of all time. Mahito starts running from Nobara because he's a biatch and splits off before Yuji can land another hit. Yuji chases after Mahito and notices the shadow clone. He assumes they're gonna merge back together, but little does he know, Mahito is going for the kill.
Yuji kills Mahito's shadow clone, but it's already too late. We get a close-up of Nobara, and it cuts to 2009. Flashbacks in anime equals death. Nobara's flashback shows us her childhood. She's always been an adventurous woman trapped in a closed environment with no mother or father figure. She relied on building a sisterly bond with Fumi and Sayori, and as she thinks back about her life and the people she had connections with, practically all the chairs are empty except for the people she was covering with her left hand. Yuji, Megumi, Gojo, and the other Jujutsu sorcerers she met along the way. But most importantly, Fumi, her childhood friend she failed to keep her promise with. As the screen cuts back to Nobara, she tells Yuji, life wasn't so bad. And that's the end of Nobara. Gege, when I find you, bro, can't keep getting away with this shit, bro. Mahito had succeeded in breaking Yuji's resolve, as he doesn't even give Yuji time to take this in and hits a black flash and continuously pummels Yuji, clowning him for his childish resolve, thinking this was just some fantasy game. But this is war. Right before Mahito can kill Yuji, Aoi, the Chad autist Todo, saves Yuji and tries to encourage him to get up. But Yuji can't bring himself to keep going forward anymore, as he's completely lost his conviction and views himself as some useless murderer. Mahito is filled with pleasure hearing Yuji suffer, but Todo gives a speech about Jujutsu sorcerers and how they lose the privilege of living a normal life as soon as they become one. Todo, Nanami, Nobara, and Yuji all are Jujutsu sorcerers, and as long as they live, their dead comrades have not truly been defeated, as they all put their faith onto the next sorcerer to finish the job they started. And that's what keeps Jujutsu sorcerers going. This gives Yuji the motivation to keep fighting. He temporarily gets healed by Blondie, and Todo takes on Mahito by himself.
What are you aiming at?
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Mahito slowly adapts to Todo and forces him to dodge a vital surprise attack, but Todo swaps with Yuji. He thinks about Nanami and claims he won't let his death be in vain, as he'll take on his share of suffering, and hits Mahito with the cleanest black flash. Bro went plus ultra, and just like that, Yuji continues to keep moving forward and teams up with Todo to take on Mahito for the last time. Yuji and Todo looking like prime Shaq and Kobe with the two-man game, as Todo catapults Yuji towards Mahito, sending them underground. Yuji tries to apply more pressure, but Mahito creates space and creates a shadow clone. How can he get jumped when there's two of him? Mahito thinking smarter, not harder. Knowing Mahito's shadow clone gets destroyed, so he uses body repel to send them even deeper underground and tries to isolate Yuji and Todo by sending a transfigured train towards them. He succeeds in taking the one with Todo, but Todo's bag runs deep. Peep game right here. Dodge rolls the first slash, parkour jumps above Mahito to hit him with a sidekick, recovers and charges back towards Mahito, catches both his blades and uses the clapping of Mahito's hand on his stomach to swap out with Mahito's left blade and kick him in the elevator.
A few moments later.
Hey yo, these niggas beating my ass right now. Brother, I'm high shit right now. Let me cook. I bet. Kobe. I feel one for all pulsing through my veins right now. Oh my, Deku, I don't give a fuck. I'm Todo, Aoi, and this is the story of how I became the world's #1 hero. I'm coming for your ass, Shigaraki. The fuck this bad nigga just call me? What kind of woman is your type? I like tall women with flat asses. Mahito takes no damage like always, but that's okay since now everyone's power is at 120%. He uses an omnidirectional body repel that makes switching useless, which sends him back over ground and tells Yuji this is the last time they'll curse each other out. Todo feels disrespected. There's no way Mahito forgot about him, so he swaps him with Yuji. Yuji goes for the decapitation kick, but Mahito decapitates himself in order to create a lifeless body clone, regenerates his main body, and then creates an attack-based transfigured human. So Todo swaps the body double with the main Mahito and takes the one with the transfigured human, but it punches him and sends him flying. Todo is that guy though, so he eats a hanger like a boomerang behind the transfigured human, swaps with it, and one-shots it. Meanwhile, Yuji's out here fighting for his life. Mahito is sending straight earthworms, and one of them ends up breaking the Shibuya sign, but Yuji picks it up and throws it straight at the worm, and then grinds down like he shadowed the hedgehog, locks eye contact with Mahito, and goes for the high jump kick, but Mahito tosses him to the deserted Shibuya area, Sukuna cause. But luckily, Todo is there, so in order to split them up, Mahito activates his domain expansion, but last time he used it, Sukuna fucked him up. So he thinks back to seeing Gojo activating his 0.2 second domain and says, fine, I'll do it myself. Confronts Sukuna thinking he's him, but Sukuna doesn't even say a word. Mahito transfigures Todo's arm, blitzes towards him, and uses a black flash. Todo was able to survive the hit since he imbued all his curse energy to his core area, and Mahito starts charging towards Todo, but little does he know, Todo has the power of autism on his side. But now it's Yuji's turn, as Todo is out of commission, but Mahito has finally found the true essence of his soul and transforms into his true form. Yuji is shook. He goes for the punch, but it does no damage. And now Mahito's body is even tougher than Choso's was, and uses a part of his body to slash Yuji. Thankfully, just his arm was hit. They get to boxing, and Mahito is simply just outclassing him. He scrapes the skin of Yuji's mouth off and face palms him so hard it creates a huge crater in the ground. Yuji's body is reaching its limit, but so is Mahito's, and Yuji hits his leg back into place and decides the only way to defeat Mahito is by unleashing a black flash. They both square up and the final clash begins. Yuji goes for the punch, but Mahito feels the presence of a black flash and dodges it by springing around like he Bellamy. He charges back in and they exchange blows, but Yuji catches Mahito lacking with his divergent fist and Mahito prepares to counter. Yo, boom! It is I, Todo, the autist, not this sped boy. I alone am the honored one, and thou clap, thou cleanse, thou soul. I guess this truly was our Jujutsu Kaisen. Did he just hit me with a hezi? Never underestimate the power. Of left, right, good night, you bum ass. It's always Gojo the main character, Yuta solos, LMC, and then you have the audacity to say, I'm you. But look at you, swagless and begging for forgiveness. I might be you in the way I mindlessly save my people and you kill, but what separates us at the end of the day is that I'm the main character and you're just a side villain whose sole purpose is to develop my character.
How about I take my motherfucking goddamn covenant, chase you down in the middle of the motherfucking snow, you're running. You see a bunch of us in black cloaks running towards you. You see me in a gold cloak. Big, tall, muscular, evil-ass motherfucker running at you.
For the first time in his life, Mahito had felt uneasy. He had never experienced this feeling before. But little did he know, this was fear.
Meanwhile, y'all are trash. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are trash. Like, y'all are so trash. I want you to know that I'm talking to you. So I'm going to say your name, then I'm gonna call you trash. Kawhi Leonard, you trash. Patrick Beverly, you trash. Oh, Rue Will, you're trash. I know you thought I forgot about you, but I did not. Paul George, you are trash. Huh?
But right before Yuji could land the blow, a familiar face had appeared. Oh my god, it's... Ah, look at you, swagless as ever.
Meanwhile,
oh, look at how cute you are. Oh my god, Nisama, we can't do that. How about we have some fun tonight? Hey, bitch, are you trying to out-groom me? Bitch, please, we can go groom for groom right now. That's my little brother. This shit, incest and underage. I got the 2-for-1 special. Sorry guys, I've been doing this shit since the 90s. I'm the trendsetter. None of y'all could ever beat me. Man, I know this cougar not talking. That's ironic for you. You're ancient ass pushing 100 years old. Nah, we can settle this right now. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck up, bitch. Y'all broke asses okay, not touching me. Let's go.
And just like that, they had all brought out 120% of their groomer potential.
Pseudo Geto has entered the battle, but Yuji not letting him escape without getting Gojo back. So he goes for the punch, but Geto Fraud uses Earthquake, which is super effective, but Yuji is still determined to get Gojo back. Mahito goes for the third party, but he's just a side villain that already served his purpose. So he gets absorbed by Pseudo Geto, and he eats it while smiling. The real Geto could never, but damn, that Mahito pack going crazy. If I was Yuji, I'd be mad as hell. All that work just for my kill to be stolen in the end. But have no fear, since the Kyoto School students are here, surely they'll put up a worthy performance after ignoring Mechamaru's dying request. Asian Hawkeye shoots his arrows at a guy standing still and misses everything. Mai shoots a surprise shot and it does nothing, but Miwa hits Fraud Geto with the Toji special. But there's one big difference. This guy is smiling. Gojo was shitting bricks. These two are not the same. I'm putting my all into this attack, even if it means I'll never be able to swing a sword again. Just like Gon did. Take this, you Geto Fraud! Did he just stop my theme song? That was the default music, you useless blue-haired bitch. But I'm a strong, independent woman though. You fool! Gege doesn't respect women. Oh yeah, I forgot. Don't ask how Kusakabe was able to neutralize a move that clashed with Yuta's This Is Pure Love attack. Even Yuji is shook by this feat. Luckily, Choso arrives at the battlefield in the nick of time. And as he calls back his memories, we find out he has the ability to sense when his siblings are about to die. And the reason he started tweaking when he was about to kill Yuji is because he felt this connection. And we find out Choso has 3 parents. His mom, the cursed spirit that piped his mom, and the man who mixes blood into the affair, Kamo Noritoshi. And if Choso is related to Yuji, that can only mean one thing. Kamo Noritoshi, you are the father! So close to the truth, but so far. Kamo Noritoshi is only one of the many names they've had, and their real name is Kenjaku. They've been body hopping for who knows how long, and Geto just happened to be their latest victim. Choso is furious, so he throws a piercing blood towards Urame and follows up with another attack that sends Kenjaku in the air so he can isolate the one. But Kenjaku just uses fly to create space and sends a twomp towards him, which Choso splits in half and follows up with raining blood. Kenjaku dashes straight towards him and hits him with the Toji special and sends him off the platform, but he recovers like this is Smash Bros and uses piercing blood, but Kenjaku hits him with the full counter. He instantly goes for the punch, but gets absolutely bitched by Kenjaku, and his last attempt is to just throw blows with Kenjaku, but that failed miserably. Defeat. As they both fall back to the ground, Yuji, Panda, and Naritoshi realize this is the perfect opportunity to jump this nigga, but as they're about to perform the jumping of the century, Urame spawns in and uses freeze on everyone and reveals that they can use RCT as they fix their hand and tries to kill Choso, but Yuji comes in for the clutch. Which girl even uses one of her more powerful moves and it does no damage. She really thinks she a part of the team. Urame ain't taking this level of disrespect and goes for the finishing blow. Oh my god, it's a gift from the heavens, a tall woman with a fat ass. Long time no see, Geto. Would you mind answering my question now? What kind of woman is your type? Yuki pulls up just in the nick of time to save Yuji. Her and Kenjaku begin to talk about their ideals and what their idea of an ideal society is. Kenjaku wants to optimize cursed energy compared to Yuki, who wants to free society from cursed energy, which leaves Yuji and Yuki confused. But there's a huge issue in this plan, since extremely few sorcerers and cursed spirits emerge in other countries compared to Japan. In order to optimize Japan, they'd have to use Tengen, and that would give Japan a monopoly, as every human living in Japan would become a sorcerer, which would lead to extreme conflict with other nations, and that's not the world Yuki wants to create. But Kenjaku doesn't give a fuck and says, nah, I'ma do my own thing. He's already tried to give mankind a chance many times before, but failed since he was limited to the bounds of his own potential. So he decided that chaos he can't control is the solution to his own problems, as he uses Mahito's idol transfiguration remotely on people who had absorbed cursed objects like Yuji and people who have cursed techniques but brains were structured as non-sorcerers like Junpei, and tweak their brains so they can have the sorcerer mentality, and one of them just happened to be Megumi's sister. Lastly, he releases the seal on those cursed objects, and starting now, he'll begin his own purge, where these newly created sorcerers try and kill each other to deepen their understanding of cursed energy. So Yuki gets pissed and wants to fight Kenjaku with Yuji, and luckily Urame's body collapses from the poison Choso had put in his body earlier as his ice disappears. But right before Yuki could do anything, Kenjaku declares this is the world of the future and begins his retreat.
Give me him back! Give him back! Give him back! Give him back! He's mine!
And that concludes the Shibuya incident of October 31st, 2018. Now, the world is in shambles, the economy is crashing, new sorcerers are running rampant, along with cursed spirits interfering with everyday life, and the government is struggling to keep the truth of cursed spirits a secret. We cut to this innocent girl isolated at a local gas station, no parents in sight. This ominous figure attempts to reel her in and succeeds, but turns out it's a cursed spirit.
びっくりした。
The goat Yuta saves this innocent girl. Just look at that smile as Rico comes in for the swoop in the back. He even covers her eyes from the cursed spirit. What a gentleman.
The next day,
Yuta pulls up to the higher ups after finding out Inumaki's arms were cut off in Shibuya by Sukuna and decides that he will kill Yuji himself. We see a close-up of Yuki as she asks, "What will you do to Yuji?" And the screen cuts to black. We find out that Geto's death sentence had been reinstated. Gojo had been expelled from Jujutsu Society, and anyone that attempts to free him will be deemed a criminal. Principal Yaga is sentenced to death for teaching Gojo and Geto, and Yuji's death sentence suspension has been revoked, and Yuta will be the one to kill him. We cut to seeing a man walking on a bridge with a flashlight. He puts it away as the sun rises, and it's revealed to be Yuji. He takes a deep breath and claps.
俺の魂がそれを否定してんだよ。お前は誰だ。おいたお前最後の呪い。